Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Fallout 3. Last time we started our strolls across the wasteland proper, stumbled across this metro station, and we found a group of weirdos called the Family living in it. After some negotiations with their gate guard, we were able to get in. And they weren't that pleased to see me, so we had to negotiate with the rest of them as well. And then grab a bunch of their stuff. And now we're full of inventory, so we need to find our way back out. I've popped back over here and disarmed the grenade trap that we noticed beforehand, which led to the old hole in the ground. So I thought we might come this way to see what's going on. There were a couple of living Mirelurks down here, but there aren't any more. Their little faces are quite vulnerable to the old shotgun shells, so yeah, wasn't too hard to deal with them. And then I found a ladder, so I thought, yeah, I won't go any further. Also, we found this. It looks like one of those old world cows, except it's got two heads. Pretty neat. The wasteland is full of mysteries. And also radiation. 7 rads per second. We could easily get our stats up there. Radiation stats for Moira. Oh.
Not here to try and steal my secrets, are you?
What secrets?
The secret of making Ultrajet, obviously. Oh, damn it. Now the cat's out of the bag. Typical me.
Ultrajet? That's some sort of superchem?
I suppose you could say that. Ultrajet is almost double the potency of Jet. Perfect for ghouls. Jet barely affects us, you see. Only trouble is, it's almost impossible to gather the ingredients together. Say, you might be able to help me with that.
Nothing's free in this world, Murphy.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't think you were a freaking charity. It takes 3 things to make Ultrajet. 2 of the ingredients I got plenty of. The other one is a little harder to find. Sugar bombs. For every box of sugar bombs you bring me, I'll pay you 15 caps. So you in?
I don't think we've got much chance of negotiating here, but yeah, call it 30 caps and you got a deal.
Nope, it's 15 each. You want to do it or what?
Let me think about it.
What is it with you people? Stop thinking so much. That's what got us all here in the first place.
Whatevs, mate. Yeah, not shocking seeing a ghoul now that I've seen one before and I realise that they're generally just people like anyone else. So what's going on in here? Anything of merit? Frag mines, but yeah, our inventory is as full as it could possibly be, so we won't worry too much about that.
Who the hell are you?
What do you mean, who the hell am I? You've just spoken to me, you twat. So, let's have a look around. Is this a way out? Or is this... It doesn't look as blocked as the previous door. Cool, so that's a way out. So maybe we go back and we get good and irradiated next to those barrels. And then... Oh yeah, I'd already forgotten. Inventory is a problem, despite all the repairing I've been doing. Oh yeah, I did find, whilst I was down there, the Vampire's Edge, which seems to be some sort of special sword. It's not for us, to be honest, but pretty cool nonetheless. What are these buggers? What are you? Little naked rat things. Well, they're not so bad, apparently. Little weirdos. Guess we could eat them if we had to, but yeah. As I said, inventory space still low. We need to get stronger. What? Barrett? Barrett, what are you... I don't even care.
Yeah? You got something to say?
No, I'm not going to say anything. You do you.
Pay more attention to what you're doing.
What? You pay more attention? You're in a shelf. Ugh. I said I wasn't going to engage, and I shouldn't. Now, is there any way to see what my current radiation level is? It's at 182. Moira wanted 600. 7 seems to be the highest we can get here. We have radiation poisoning, good. Hopefully this won't reduce our strength or anything like that. So at 400 we've got -2 endurance and -1 agility. We can live with that. And there we go, we're at 600. Ah, we have lost some strength. Okay. So, do we have any booze about our person still? We could use a bit more strength to get back to base. And we are now at Northwest Seneca Station. So, not far away from that town we were supposed to visit. But now we need to go to Megaton. Now, where was the sheriff's house? Is it that one? Because if it is, we might want to snatch that strength bobblehead that we saw after all. Or we could do without this guy. Just lurking.
Hello.
Hello.
Tamper with that and we're going to have a problem.
You what, mate? Are we going to have a problem, are we? Because I got a problem solver right here. Yeah, bit of a wait, and we should be okay to sneak in when he gets up. This door's still locked. What time does this guy get out of bed? Lazy bugger. Cool. Now, where did we see the old bobblehead? I was initially planning on leaving this bobblehead, because there is a point later in the game where you can get up to 9 in all of your stats. You can get a perk called Almost Perfect that will increase any stat that's not already at 9 or higher to 9. So if you leave all the bobbleheads until then get all the bobbles afterwards, you can get all your stats up to 10. But because of actions that we intend to take down the line, this bobblehead won't be available for too long. So we're going to go ahead and grab it now. Get our strength up to 6. Give ourselves a bit more carrying capacity in the general scheme of things. Now, where's the quickest way to the crate side from here? I always get lost in Megaton, no matter how many times I come here. Hey! Moira, I'm deathly ill.
Oh, feeling a bit under the weather? Or a bit over the Geiger counter?
I'm about as irradiated as I can get without burning a hole in the floor.
I can tell. You're positively glowing. Now, just hold on and try not to move. Tell me how it feels, and I'll get you fixed right up.
Too tired to be snide.
You're a lucky one, you know. At this level, most people don't make it. But then again, most people don't have my experimental tricks. And now, after taking a few notes, I'll take care of that nasty radiation with a bit of my own homemade concoction. I've never had the chance to test it out on someone so heavily dosed. Oh, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, a little Brahmin milk, a couple magnets, and maybe a few happy thoughts. Well, you're alive! Oh, that's the good news. But there was a little side effect. A teeny tiny, mutation. But it seems to be benign, at least. Here, take a few radiation chems as my little way of saying, I'm sorry I twisted your DNA like a kitten with a ball of yarn.
Ah, so now we can regenerate. If we get advanced radiation poisoning, our crippled limbs will automatically knit themselves back together. Well, that's nice, at least. What's next on the agenda?
I've got to see how safe it is to scavenge food from one of those huge stores out there. I need someone to research how to travel through a minefield. And that'll cover the first section of the book. Which strikes your fancy?
Let's go for landmines.
Landmines are one of the few dangers out there that you can profit from. Disarm one before it blows, and you can sell it for plenty of caps. I've heard stories about a ghost town that's just full of mines. Traders just call the place Minefield. Sounds like the place for some field work. Get in there, get back, and tell me all about it. And could you bring back a mine for my studies?
Well, this does seem kind of unhealthy. How are you going to make that worth my while?
What better reward for avoiding explosives than to pay you with explosives? Frag grenades, in this case. I got a pretty good haul of them recently. And if you bring me back something to study, maybe I can make some modifications for you. Nothing like tinkering with a live mine, right?
Go on then. Wish me luck.
Oh, don't worry. No one ever goes there because they say it's a ghost town. And since ghosts don't exist, you can just focus on the landmines. I hear there's a playground in the middle of town. Reach that point and come back, and I'm sure you'll have some stories to tell.
I'm sure it will. You know anything about this android from the Commonwealth?
Have you heard the so-called android recording? It sounds like an ordinary man. Here's a spare copy of that old holotape. It's a hoax for sure.
Interesting. Now let's do some selling. Cool, we can move again. We've got our combat armor repaired. And we are ready to get back out into the wild. So, I think we'll carry on with the thing that we were doing over here first. We'll go and see this town, see what's going on there. It looks like the station is probably the best starting point. So, we're looking over here. That overpass, I guess, is what we were after. Looks like we're going to have to cross the old river, so... Yep. Bit of rads once again, but... What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Sometimes via mutations. And then we can come on up the ramp on this side and see what's going on in town. It seemed like the family were preying on this town. So you would think that folks here would be happy that we'd taken care of them. But as we can see, that's not necessarily the case. So we might have to negotiate with these folks. Yeah, there goes another. They're not happy. Evan King. What are you doing, old man? I'd like a headshot, but 36%. If it does hit, though. There we go. So yeah, things aren't going well up here. For these folks, at least. Going fine for me. Haven't got the key for that residence. Look, we're just here to find the Wests, okay? And then we'll leave.
Help!
No one else needs to get hurt. No. Ooh, repair, bobblehead. We'll take that. We like repairing things. We'll take everything else that we feel like snatching. Oh, we're evil now. Excellent news. Okay, not a huge amount going on in this house, but we got that bobblehead. And we like bobbleheads. And here's the West residence. Hello, everyone. Okay. Bite marks on the necks. They go down to the bone. So I think we know what happened here. They got familied. Maybe we'll rest for an hour. Get ourselves nice and healed. And is that it for this town?
I'm out of here. Hey! Where?
Seems like it.
Help!
Who are you anyway? You might be the only resident of this town who's left.
Help!
You are showing up as hostile. So I guess it can't hurt to give it a bit of that. Can't have hostiles around. And we've leveled up. So it's time to get lockpicking up to 25. I would like sneak to be higher. But I'd also like small guns to be higher. And now we're going to take comprehension. So instead of gaining 1 skill point whenever we read a skill book, we now gain 2. That's twice as many. And I believe we've got some skill books in our inventory already. Let's have a look. We've got the Journal of Internal Medicine. So that has increased our medicine stat by 2. Did we get tumblers today? We did. So I could have actually put 2 fewer points into lockpicking and it would have been fine. But it will help in the long run anyway. That seems to be it. I don't know what happened to our Grognak the Barbarian comic. I guess we just left it behind when we fled the vault. No biggie. Now, where's Minefield? It's not a million miles from the train yard. What happened to you? Mini nukes? And a fat man? Well, that sounds like a device. We'll hold on to that. So I guess if we just head this way out of the train yard, then we're going the right way for Old Minefield. Who's that bugger? Someone who wants some, apparently. Alright then. Turns out he was ill-equipped for that fight. It's a lesson he would do well to remember for next time, but given the nature of the lesson, there's no next time. More buggers over there. Can't really tell if they're good or bad. I'm just squinting a bit, because they're a long way away. They're probably bad. Most people out here are. You there. Blam. Where'd your mate go? Is that them? I thought they had a bat. Maybe they didn't. Have some of this. There we go. Never gets old. And now we're over encumbered again. We can deal with that. It's mostly the apparel that's encumbering us a lot of the time. But we can stitch them together to make more valuable pieces that we can then sell. Now he's pinging me. You are. Stop that. What's this sort of thing all about? Locked up with a gate. Is it locked? It is locked. But we now have the ability to deal with easy locks. Good bit of practice. Fairly pointless, I think. Oh, there's a man. Who are you? And what are you fighting? This guy. Sam Warwick. He looks like he's got a cool gun. Don't know who he is, exactly. Combat knife, leather armor. Sniper rifle. We will definitely take that. Is it in good condition? It's not in amazing condition, but we'll stick it on our list of potential tools. We are overweight yet again. And his leather armor we didn't pick up, so it's just everything else that we're carrying that's put us overweight now. What's this Voltec pedometer all about? Sprint speed. Ah, it's to do with the sprint mod, so we could make changes to that mod if we felt like it. Interesting. Yeah, we're just carrying too much crap. We'll drop the baseball bat and the BB gun, because we still need space in our inventory for landmines and whatnot. But yeah, sniper rifle. We haven't got a lot of ammo for it, but that's a good zoom. Now, is this Minefield? Looks pretty quiet around here. Yeah, we have discovered Minefield. Excellent. There's a mine. Who put these mines down here? Oh, jeez. Didn't see that one. Whoa! What just happened? That come from over there. Guess we better jam some stim packs into our wounds. There we go. Bump, bump. We're still not exactly healthy. But, yeah. Now, what's going on? Oh yeah, there's a man. No. Okay. Man down. I guess we stick to the main road. We can see the frag mines pretty easily. Which means we can just waltz on up and grab them. This was the playground that Moira wanted us to get to, yeah? Yeah. Good. I guess it was that guy up there who put all these mines down. We kind of don't have the inventory space to pick up any more of the buggers. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we drop one. Oops, I dropped them all. We can still disarm the rest. We just can't pick the buggers up as well. It's a good thing we got in a bit of practice with explosives. Around and about. Because, yeah, the buggers are everywhere. Didn't look like you put any on the stairs, which I guess makes sense. You don't want to be tripping over your own landmines. Now, is he up on this top floor? There he is. So he's got a key for the Ridgefield Gate. And he's got his own sniper rifle. Well, that will encumber us, but we can probably repair our sniper rifle with that one. So it's probably for the best that we grab it. And with that little job out of the way, I guess it's back to friend Moira. Let's see if Jericho's around and about.
Hey.
Maybe now he'll realise that I'm not the goody two-shoes that he thought I was.
Yeah, you want something?
Yeah, come along for the ride, friend.
Yeah, I am. But I'm gonna need 1,000 caps for supplies before I head out with you.
Oh. Have we got 1,000 caps?
This is gonna be great. Some good old-fashioned violence.
Yeah. Sweet. Now, it was up here for Craterside. Is it going to be open at this time of night? Oh, have I broken the sprint mod by opening that pedometer? It looks like I have, because pressing shift now does a little walk instead. Yeah, I've definitely broken the sprint mod somehow. Oh well.
With that, and we're going to have a problem.
Will you lot stop chatting shit when I'm trying to just do some shopping at Moira's? Hey Moira.
How are those hot little potatoes? Because, you know, they're on the ground. Like potatoes. And hot because they, explode. Anyway, what's up?
Have you ever seen a potato, Moira? I got through the minefield though. Bought you a present.
My very own landmine! Oh, just what I've always wanted. Well, always since I sent you out on this anyway. Now, tell me all about it. What was it like going through there? What's it like disarming a landmine?
There might have been an explosion or two. And a sniper, it's no biggie.
Oh, well, if that's all, I'll just study this and hope there aren't any more explosions, shall I? I know you may not want to see any more explosives for a while, but obviously you know your way around them. Have a couple rainy day toys of mine, and looking at this landmine, it gives me an idea. It's a terrible device that does terrible things, of course, but it's easy to make your own, too.
Nice. So we've got the schematics for a bottle cap mine. Now we're after some food, aren't we?
Well, food and medicine. Everyone needs them once in a while, right? So they need a good place to find them. There's an old super-duper mart not far from here. I need to know if a place like that still has any food or medicine left in it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Nothing's ever gone wrong in a super duper mart. What's the pay?
Hopefully, you'll be finding food and medicine, but I could sweeten the deal by paying more food when you get back, regardless of the results. While you're away, I can at least search through my junk and see if there's anything that'll go with old food to make it more appetizing.
That sounds good. I'll check it out.
Oh, great! Food is most important, but see if you can get medicine too. And if there's nothing to find, then just come back in one piece, okay?
Can do. Tell me more about this holotape about the android.
I guess they sent those tapes to lots of people, especially people like me who are interested in technology. Boy, I wish androids were real, though.
We should probably listen to that tape in a moment. But again, it's time for selling. She's a little low on the old cash at this point. But we're a little low on the old inventory space, so let's flog her some of those frag mines, perhaps. Although, yeah, we got that Raider armor that needs to be sold. She can't really afford it. I guess we just buy some ammo off her then, don't we? Is it the 308 that would go in our sniper rifle? With that out of the way, maybe we pop back up and see if Lucy's still around. We could deliver the news to her that her family are brown bread. Lucy? You in here? Okay, she's not at the saloon. Maybe she's at home. I guess it's still early in the day, isn't it? Where was her home anyway? Potentially we just go back to the saloon and wait for an hour or two and see if she shows up. That might be easier than trekking around town. I'm trying to find one house amongst all of these otherwise identical places. Okay, she doesn't seem to want to show up. Very well. We'll maybe try and take a swing by her house then. And if we can't find the damn thing, we'll just forget about her quest. We probably aren't getting paid for it because she said she didn't have any cash. The person who's supposed to have paid me has been nibbled. So maybe we just say heck with it. Oh, okay, the sprint mod's fixed itself again. This is good. Although I have turned off the head bobbing and the breathing because that was kind of annoying. So let's go find the Super Duper Mart. See what super duper things are happening in there. Oh. Who's firing lasers at me? You what, mate?
Unable to continue.
Yeah. Get wrecked. What are you anyway? Some sort of protective robot. Very well. Pay no attention to these textures. I'm sure it's fine. Is Jericho still with me? Better be. I paid that bastard 1,000 caps to follow me around. No, what's this building? Is this the Super Duper Mart that we're looking for? Hmm? There's suspicious folks nearby. And there's a fence in the way. That's no good. Yeah, this is the Super Duper Mart. Excellent. Now, you there. Oh, thanks for the help, little robot friend. You've got an assault rifle. We've got an assault rifle as well, actually. Maybe we could utilise that at some point. There he is. Get lost, did you? What's this?
Those monsters, they're gonna get me.
The heck's your problem?
Those things, they're gonna get me too. Can't stop now.
Well, I'm big and strong. I could probably take care of you if I felt like it.
You look stronger than all the other grown-ups. Can you protect me?
Potentially. I mean, help costs caps.
You grown-ups are all the same. All you care about is your stuff. My papa is missing, and I think the ants may have gotten him. I hope they get you too.
What a little shit. Ants. We'll probably deal with that down the line. Maybe. If we see any ants, we'll definitely kill them, just because, why not? It's fun. So, what's going on in this here Super Duper Mart? Does look a lot like the old shopping places that I saw on those holotapes back in Vault 101 from the old world.
Come on, boy.
They didn't have raiders in the past, though. I think raiders are new. Now, folks want to kill us. Nothing new there. Jericho, are you dealing with that one? Yeah, let's go for the revolver for a bit. Just because we don't want to have to reload every shot. Now we've got a mattress here. Seems like no one's around, so we can replenish our health.
Come on, boys!
Yarg! Good job, Knobhead. You've got another assault rifle, that's cool. Is it even worth picking up all these Raider armors? I don't know. I don't know how much they really sell for. Maybe I'll just stop picking up armors and I'll just stick to weapons. Because we do need some space in our inventory for, like, the food that we're supposed to be finding here. Now, what's this terminal? An easy one. We can do that. Roaming. 1 of 7. So it's not an ing word. Seaside? 1 of 7 would match. But no. It's not an ing word, so we can skip those two. Could be imagine. No, it's not imagine. Okay. Let's remove a dud. See what else we can do about hacking things. Another dud gone. Allowance replenished. Excellent. So, we know it's not an ing, so let's just keep going down the non-ing ones. Zealots. 6 of 7, so it's got to be zealous then. And now what's that done for us? That's allowing us to disengage a lock. Which we can't do any other way because we don't have the skills, so... Alright then. Disengaged. Pharmacy supplies. I'll take those.
Is it blood?
Don't worry about it, Jericho. You're fine. Frag grenades. And a mini nuke. Now, what's this all about? Run maintenance routine. Don't know what it does, so we're doing it. Oh, we got an employee ID.
Loading personality. Robco R04B9. Office helper. Running default office protocol. Error. Loading daily agenda. Error. Security breach detected. Please stand back.
Well, that robot can just do its thing, I suppose. We can nick some Nuka-Cola. Although we are immediately encumbered once again. So maybe we do drop that armor that we just repaired. Heck with it. And maybe before I forget for the millionth time, we have a look at that other thing that we picked up. Want a trustworthy surgeon. A request for help.
If you're listening to this recording, it is because you're believed to be trustworthy. I hope that is the case because this recording puts us both in danger. I'm escaping from the Commonwealth. I'm an android, a synthetic man, a slave. The men hunting me are ruthless and will stop at nothing to retrieve their property. I need to find a doctor in the wasteland to perform facial reconstruction. I also need someone who knows a great deal about computers. I need to have my memories erased and my face altered to look like someone else.
Okay. So that's the android thing. Sounds like our robot friend has found some company out here. We're in danger. Grenade? Nice. Well done, robot. All sorts of violence in this place. Food storage, though. Oh, we've over-encumbered ourselves again. What a surprise. You having fun there, Jericho? Yeah, we definitely need to do something about our weight limits. Need to strengthen up our back or something like that. Now, who's shooting us? Is it you? There's still more of them. There's one. Go get him, Jericho. I guess I shouldn't be using a revolver at long range. I could use my assault rifle, but looks like he's gone down anyway. Looks like there's one more little corner that we've not had a poke around in. More food storage. Maybe we'll come back for that later if we do need more food at any point. Stimpaks though we'll take. And ammo boxes are always welcome. Energy cells. Oh yeah. There's a laser pistol right there. Well, we're not worried about that. That's another favour done for Moira. This kid's still roaming about.
No! I'm not talking to you anymore. You're a jerk, and I hate you.
What's it going to take for you to forgive me, kid?
When I was bad, my papa made me apologize 3 times. Then decided if I was really sorry or not. You want to talk to me about stuff? Say you're sorry 3 times, and you better mean it.
Okay, I'm sorry 3 times. Ha!
Oh man, you got me. Guess I accept your apology.
Now, what exactly happened? Tell me about the things attacking Greyditch.
Well, they're big, ugly things that crawl around on 6 legs. They got huge teeth and skitter around grabbing everything in their path. My papa would always say they're fucking ants. Well, that's what he used to call them anyway. I just call them fire ants.
Is there any special way to hurt them?
My papa had a gun. He said it hurt those things. But he said they were the dumbest fucking ants he ever saw. He kept telling everyone to shoot for their antenna. Whatever that means.
They always been around?
Nah. Those things started coming around only in the last few months. At first, they just crawled around outside our town. But later, they came into town. And, well, you know the rest. Alright. What is it?
I guess I can go look for your father.
You will? Really? Thanks a whole lot. My house is the one closest to the huge sign and the old diner. Please, find my papa and make him come back.
This probably isn't the best place for you to stand about, you know, with all the raiders and whatnot.
You think I didn't know that? I've been hiding in this place for days. There's an old porta shelter next to the diner near my house. Those stupid things will never get me in there. I'll head over there and wait inside. Hurry back.
Maybe. I mostly just wanted you to help me fill in my map and whatnot. Always seems to be night time when we get back to Megaton. What a pain. At least Moira's still open.
So, how's the scavving been? Got the food medicine from that super duper mart?
Wasn't easy, but I got it.
Really? You did? You did! Well, all right. Tell me all about it.
Bunch of raiders there, using the pharmacy as a place to store their best gear.
So you're saying that they acquired a well-protected stash? I wonder how many other places are hiding treasures behind monsters. Well, keep what you got. Just traded for a big food shipment myself. Here, take a bit, my treat. Tastes kinda great after a while. Oh, and take this. It's an old food sanitizer. Just carry it with you, and it should automatically make most food and drink more, better.
Cool, so that's the first chapter out of the way, right?
Yup, you've done a great job. I just need to add in the section on how to cook rat, and this chapter's done. Here, for your services, I've saved up quite a few Stimpaks. Of course, you may need them. We still got 2 more chapters to go.
What's going on in the next chapter?
The second chapter is going to be a bit trickier, I think. It'll cover how to handle creatures out there, for better or worse. For example, repelling mole rats, learning about mirelurks, and when all else fails, how to handle being injured. So let's buckle down and get to work on this chapter. What's first?
What's this about mole rats and repelling of them?
Mole rats can burrow into almost anything and cause a lot of trouble. So I figured I'd make a chemical repellent stick for people to shoo them off. But I need it to be tested before I put the recipe to paper in the guide. So I need you to find some mole rats and test it out a bit.
Yeah, I'll test out the repellent for you.
It'll be easy. 1 tap with the applicator and it overwhelms their senses with a sort of feel-bad sensation. Then they're gone before you know it. You could test it out on just a few mole ratties, but for real testing, Try it on 10 or more. There should be plenty in the tepid sewers downtown.
Wonderful. And that's another level up. So, what's next on the old agenda? We haven't got enough points to get lockpicking up to 50 this round. But we are going to need to start spending some if we want to get there at some point. So if we put it up to 31, then 19 points at the next level would let us get lockpick 50. Let's get medicine up to 40 just to round it off. And let's get small guns up to 40 because that's our primary way of dealing with people these days. Now, which perk might we want? Strong back requires level 8, so that's off the menu for now. You can keep your weapon out while sprinting. That perk? Yeah, probably not entirely necessary. Gun nut? I don't really want to take perks that add skill points. Could take intense training and get my strength higher that way. Could take swift learner and get more XP so we level up faster. And educated. Get 3 additional skill points every time we advance in level. That would actually be pretty great. And like it says, take it early to maximize its effectiveness. So we shall, and we'll also equip our mole rat stick. Actually, we'll put it on number 1. Why not? So we can switch to it in a hurry if we come across mole rats. I just hope that if we do come across mole rats, Jericho's not just going to bash them all before we get a chance to do anything. Let's go and find a few mole rats if we can, and we'll test that theory. There might be some just outside of Megaton somewhere. So let's have a quick sprint around. There's some. Now, Jericho, don't do anything until I bash them, please. Oop, sound like that one got thoroughly repelled. Yep, I don't think they like this. I think Moira's feel bad chemicals are getting the job done. And it seems as though Jericho's just too slow to stop me from bashing them with a stick, so that's great news. Now, I should have probably warned Moira what my next goal was. But she's resourceful. I think it'll be fine. We're going to head over to Tenpenny Towers. Because I really would like somewhere to store all my stuff. That might solve the inventory problems for us. We'll explode any more mole rats we see on the way. And next time, yeah, the power of the atom might be shown off to anyone in the near vicinity. But until then, thanks for watching, friends.